Welcome to our third episode of Spill the Tea with Teens, where we're going to be diving into a little talk with Mayor Young to discuss the issue of homelessness in Tracy.
According to the National Law Center on Homelessness and Poverty, homelessness is caused by the lack of affordable housing, unemployment, low wages, and mental illness and substance abuse, all which are caused by the lack of needed services.
This video will discuss what is being done in Tracy to alleviate the issue and how youth can take action to support those facing housing instability.
So, I remember seeing you ball and also the Lincoln Park event on September 11th. We got to see how there was some kind of unity that was going. So this focus of unity, and also I noticed a big topic that was talked about was homelessness. What is being done to try and eliminate homelessness in Tracy?
Okay, so a couple of things here. As far as homelessness overall, homelessness predates all of us. Homelessness is something that's been going on for thousands of years. If you go around, not just Tracy, but the different neighboring cities across our states, across our country, you'll see that it appears to be way more prevalent. I can't definitively say that there's a lot more homeless than there was even last year, but the way that maybe they were housed is very different. Or, I mean, homeless not having their own home, but whereas there were faith-based organizations that took in different ones at different times because of COVID, and they had to shut their buildings down. They could not only have services for their own, membership, but it shut the doors on those that they could help. And so that became a real challenge, especially last year with the warming centers when it was cold, even with the cooling centers when it was very hot, because a lot of these places that would normally be able to take in those in need could not do that. So we started working on trying to get funding for the shelter. So we were hoping to have the shelter built by the end of this year. The last update that we got, we were told that it would probably be around April, which brings a lot of concern because we still got to go through the cold seasons. As we know, it's raining in and out. Cold, it's getting cold now already, very windy yesterday. And so we have to start working on some things for warming centers. But as far as the shelter, it will not only provide help and respite for those who want it, because everybody doesn't want to, different people are homeless for different reasons. Some desperately need help and are glad to get the help that they need. Some, especially if on the verge of homelessness, if you can catch them near the beginning, you can help get them back housed, then that makes a huge difference for individuals, for families, for youth, for a lot. Because I've met homeless youth on the street, I've met homeless parents that their children were actually staying with coaches and teachers and friends to help keep them consistently in school. It's a lot of different challenges, but with the city having a shelter, not only helping those, but it also helps to get our parks back. And because once we have a place that they can go, then we can be able to enforce the no sleeping in the parks, being in the parks after sundown and things like that. So it's a long cycle, and it's a lot of little compartments that goes into it. But the thing is for people to understand that there is a process, and we are in the midst of trying to get that done. About Tracy Community Connection Center, though, but it's been going on for a while, helping those with resources in the community, not only the homeless, but those on the verge of homeless.
We actually made a can drive at El Pescadero Park on October 7th, and we were able to pass out blankets and toiletries. It helps all of us see as a group of the needs of the community. And so because of that, we want to know as youth leaders, what are ways that youth themselves can be in action in their community? So how can youth make a positive influence in supporting those facing housing instability?
And just being, taking the time to just listen and just to see what's really needed and seeing where you can be of help. Because I don't think anybody wants to spend their wills or waste money or waste energy, time, or anything, but just to see where you can actually be useful and do that. I mean, maybe it's just a little kid that maybe needs you to read them a story or make up a story. When I didn't have a book in front of me, I mean, kids, they just love for you to make up stuff, make up a song, do something that shows that, somebody else cares. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing as a young person, as you grow up, as you're exposed to more things, just to be sensitive and to find out what is it that you need? What is it that you want? How can I help? And I think those are the questions that you do need to ask. And sometimes, and ask the people who actually needs those things. What can I do to help, help you?